Prime Binder and Bitstowland. Yeah, we can talk about the Twitch stuff now. I see a lot of people coming after Twitch for the layoff. They laid off 400 staff members. I think it's very interesting that Dan Clancy, the new CEO of Twitch, is the one to make this announcement as opposed to like a parting gift from Emmett Shear, the previous CEO. That was kind of surprising because this is not really how you want to start your reign as the Twitch CEO with 400 jobs taken away. But it's also not their fault. Amazon laid off 9K. So people need to realize that since Twitch is part of Amazon, this is part of the overall Amazon layoffs. I don't think Twitch itself was the one that kind of spearheaded it. Though I will say I think Twitch is a bloated company. I feel like losing 500 staff members isn't necessarily going to change too much about it. But I could be wrong. Maybe these are like really crucial members. But what's kind of fucked up about it is apparently the Twitch staff don't even know who's been fired. So right now there's just fear among the employees because they don't know if they still have a job. It sounds like huge corporate shit. Yeah, that is kind of wild that the employees themselves don't know if they've been laid off or not yet. I feel like they probably should have told them that they're fired before making the announcement. So that way they would know. So I saw like quite a few Twitch employees on Twitter like, well, hopefully I'm here next week for the, you know, more Twitch stuff. Hopefully I'm still on the payroll. 400 employees fired out of 1,200 is fucking rough. Is that how many Twitch has? Is it 1,200? I don't know why, but I thought it was more. But yeah, I mean, it's not a small number by any means. But I do think Twitch was very bloated. I don't think you needed that many employees to begin with. They're clearly not utilizing them to their full potential. Like, I can count on one hand the amount of features they've rolled out over the last couple years, right? Like they're clearly not being put to great use over there. But this wasn't like this wasn't explicitly a Twitch decision. This is just the entire tech industry. I don't remember where the source was now, but there's a whole article written up about the collapse of the tech industry jobs right now. I believe they cited that because of COVID, all of these companies panic hired a ton of people because they thought they'd need significantly more employees to like run remote and all of that. So all of these companies really exploded with the amount of people on their payroll over COVID. And now that that's not going on anymore, they just have all of these, like this wild list of employees that they don't use and they don't need anymore. So now they're letting them all go all at once. So it's just this huge exodus. Man, most people don't have like a backup job. They have other options, I suppose, but it's not like a guaranteed thing. Tough in the tech industry right now. Tough in the tech industry right now to easily find a new job. Well, yeah, because tech industry is downsizing wildly. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough. Tough for startups too, due to SVB collapsing. Oh, that is a very good point, yeah. SVB was for all the tech startups and shit, so it'll be hard to even land a job at a tech startup since most of those are starting to crumble because of SVB. Good point. Tech just downsizing from COVID bloat. That's what we were just talking about, man. Yeah. Couldn't this be resolved by higher-ups taking a pay cut? Well, I mean, it would help their bottom line, I guess, but I don't think it would even save the jobs. Like the tech companies are just bloated. Just straight up, they are bloated. They have a ton of employees that aren't being utilized. So they're paying these employees to basically do nothing. Because they panic hired during COVID. Now they don't need them anymore, so now they're just letting them go. You think Trump will be arrested tomorrow? I don't know, but I am very excited to see what happens regardless, because holy shit. That is getting wild. Tomorrow is a huge day for content. Yeah. They set up like barriers and shit. Like, God, goodness. Hear about Amanda Bynes being put in psychiatric hold for running around naked. Yeah, that just made me sad. That is rough. Let me make sure it's not toss, and I'll pull up an article that goes over it. I think this was just like a fluke that it went to light mode, but regardless. The situation is she was found roaming around naked. She then waved down a car and then called the police, letting them know that she was having a psychotic episode, so now she's in a psychiatric hold. Her whole story is very sad. And I really think Dan Schneider played a huge role in what ultimately has happened with Amanda Bynes. I'm not forced dark moding right now. I don't need to. I think this was just a fluke. Like, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm having a false memory. Like, even just last night when we were going over the yeah, see? That was just a weird fluke. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Dan Schneider played a big role in that. Thanks for some Casper Hill, Generation, The Prime Waffles. All those child actors I feel terrible for. What is Dan Schneider up to these days? That's a great question. I don't know. Oh boy, okay, something must have gone wrong. Okay, yeah, hold on, let me fix that. There's no articles written about him except for this one from January 1st. So I don't know. The Zoe 101 actors are striking Nickelodeon. Yeah, I saw. Rightfully so. Like I said, I feel really bad for child actors and actresses, especially the ones that were around Dan Schneider. This guy was a super creep with tons and tons and tons of allegations against him. But he's not in jail. Nor has he gone to like trial or anything from it.